President Trump's State of the Union Tuesday night will feature a renewed call for border wall funding as well, an effort to overcome the nation's stark political divide. White House counselor Kellyanne Conway, during an appearance on Fox and Friends Tuesday morning, previewed the president's upcoming address, describing it overall as visionary. Advertisement: You are absolutely correct that the president is calling for unity. He's calling to an end to retribution and resistance politics and more cooperation and compromise. He's proven this is possible, she said, citing recent criminal justice reform and opioid legislation. Trump's aide added that she would also be keeping her eyes on House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and whether or not she'll be able to control her facial expressions during the remarks. The speaker went from disinviting the president to the State of the Union to now needing to sit behind him and resist the usual eyebrow-raising and eye rolls, she said. I'm very curious to see how she's going to react, sort of, when she'll applaud, when she'll stand up, but also just resisting looking like somebody who's wearing her heart on her sleeve. The State of the Union had originally been scheduled for the end of January, but Pelosi rescinded her invitation to the president, telling him she would only allow him to deliver his remarks when the government reopened. The 35-day government shutdown was triggered by a budgetary stalemate over the president's request to fund a wall at the southern border, which he will also discuss during his State of the Union. This is not a manufactured crisis. Stopping the human smuggling, stopping the human trafficking, stopping the opioid crisis, stopping the criminals. We need a physical barrier. We need that wall as a centerpiece of immigration reform, and the president's going to talk about that, she said. I think it's also a very uplifting speech. Conway added the president's remarks will additionally cover late-term abortion regulation, RX drug pricing transparency, and a bipartisan call to eradicate HIV by 2030. She also highlighted some of the guests who she said provide tangible proof that the administration is effecting real and positive change. When he's calling for unity and he's talking about giving actual portraits of Americans who have achieved greatness on behalf of all of us, including our men and women in uniform, anyone who is sitting there with their arms folded, harumphing, looking like they sucked 12 lemons, that's on them, she said, not him. State of the Union: Donald Trump, Kellyanne Conway, Nancy Pelosi advertisement.